if you guys want to learn how to never chase your man for love and attention or effort again, okay, then you're going to want to listen to this. This is completely transformational because I've done these shifts and let me tell you, my life is completely changed. I am Sabrina 10.0 compared to who I was simply 5 years ago from making these shifts, okay? And I never chase after love and attention anymore. So these truly do work and finally feel cherished again. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. So if you're always texting first, making the plans, okay, and trying to fix what's broken, it's no wonder that you feel exhausted. You don't want to chase after love. You want to feel chosen. The truth is, most women don't realize that the constantly trying to fix, prove, or please is actually chasing. The more you do to try to get his love, attention, and effort, the further he distances himself. Real devotion doesn't come from your effort, it comes from your presence. So, how he actually feels around you. I was in a bad relationship for 10 years. I chased after love, attention, and effort. Okay. I made all the mistakes. That's why I can come on here and help guide you through this process. I twisted myself in a pretzel. Okay. And I pleased and I gave and I did everything. And I still felt unseen. Okay. I was one communicating, fixing, holding everything together. Okay. And I was always on and I was exhausted. And I couldn't relax and just sit back and let my guy do anything for me. Okay. I was living my life from obligation. Every day, my to do list, what I need to do, what I have to do, not the things that felt good to me. Okay. So I was just burnt out. So, do you tend to chase after love and attention in your relationship? Do you feel anxious when he pulls away and you do everything to close that gap? Let me know below. Maybe you plan the date nights or wash his clothes or do the laundry, okay? Hoping that if you make his life easier, you'll bring him closer. It's well intentioned, but it backfires, okay? And I made the same mistake, so don't dare beat yourself up, okay? And even though you're doing it from a well meaning place, it will push him away, okay? So let's talk about what actually works to get his time, love, attention, and effort, okay? To get him to cherish you, okay? So men are built to provide, okay? So when we are doing for him, as what I just described, okay, the less he'll feel like a man. So this isn't good. The key here is not in doing the actions, okay? Not the initiating, planning, or managing him, okay? All this is doing energy. The key here is in being. So what is being? Okay. It's a real thing. I promise you. It's not about doing things for your man and initiating and making the calls and the texts and where basically you're wearing the pants in your relationship. Do you notice if you do that? Okay. I did it. That's why I can say these are the mistakes and don't make them and guide you to getting what you want. Okay. So being is like a rose. Is the rose doing anything? Okay. No, it's just simply being and it's receiving. Okay. All your love, attention, adoration. Okay. It's simply receiving. Okay. This is the shift you have to make if you want to stop chasing and getting your man to cherish you and freely give his time, love, effort, and attention. I used to think that the more effort and energy and love and care that I gave to my guy, that would ensure that he would stay and give back to me. No, that's not what happens. Okay. You make your man comfortable to take you for granted. That won't make him stay. That won't make him cherish you. Okay. He simply takes you for granted. How do you shift from chasing him to getting his love, attention, adoration, and for him to cherish you? That's what I'm talking about. So stay here because I'm going to give you the real, no bullshit tips. Okay. It's doing absolutely nothing. Okay. It's simply being, allowing your man to do for you. The more you can allow him to give to you, and then you receive it with appreciation, simply smiling and saying, thank you. This changes a whole man and how it feels to be around you. He loves to give to you and make you happy. A good man, let me repeat that. A good man loves to give to you and make you happy. Like for me, I would go out and get $300-$400 worth of groceries. I'd come back home. My guy and my kids would sit on the couch while I put everything away for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And I was exhausted and I would keep doing it. I was just always on. I wouldn't sit down until every damn thing was put away. And I was exhausted because I didn't know how to receive. I didn't know how to say to my guy, hey, I really need some support right now. I'm exhausted. Do you mind putting away the grocery? Or to let him help me. Okay. So, because I was wearing the pants. Okay. And because I was like this, okay, that allowed him to be comfortable. Okay. And then I wasn't getting the love and cherishing that I wanted. All right. Okay. So, how do we go from doing to being? And you don't have to do anything or fix yourself or change anything. This is simply being the real you. So, the key isn't to do more, to give more, to put more work in, like you've probably been taught to do. I was taught to do this. Okay. The key here is to allow him to do things for you and you receive it with genuine gratitude. He can feel it when it's flat and there's no words and you don't mean it. That's what a manipulation is. I'm trying to do this to get an outcome. That's how you'll get the cherishing you want. Okay? Just like that rose. Okay? You are a magnet to his love, time, attention, and effort. Okay? By simply being the real you and not trying to make things happen, trying to control or try to manage him or the relationship. Okay? When you can make that shift, you become someone he can't get enough of. Okay? So if you want to learn how to do these shifts, then sign up for my priority list below so you can get the cherishing that you desire. Okay? Here's another example. Have you been to the beach and put sand in your hand? What happens when you grab the sand and hold on tight? The sand falls out. When you're in your relationship and you're trying to make things happen, you're trying to change him, you're trying to make him show up for you, this is choking the life out of your relationship. But when you can cradle the sand in your hand, it stays there. So how can we learn to show up in a way that makes your guy feel safe? So he opens up and he cares about the relationship and he freely gives his time, love, attention, and effort. When you hold on gently with love and space, your relationship will thrive. Healthy relationships look like, is like a rubber band. They stretch and they come back together. But when you can stay regulated and grounded, he naturally comes back like the rubber band. Okay. The next one, when you shift your focus, when your thoughts constantly circle around him, what he's doing, what he's not doing, is he calling? Is he texting? Right? Is he showing up? That's your cue to focus on you. The next one, detachment is power, babe. Okay. When you don't need him to make you feel okay, he feels safe to come closer. When you love yourself unconditionally, flaws and all, he can finally relax and be himself. Okay. Because if you feel safe to be with yourself, okay, then he'll feel safe to open up and be himself. Does that make sense? But when you're trying to get him to open up, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? How do you feel about me? Right? What are we? All that stuff. Okay. That feels like pressure. And that clam is not going to open. But when you feel safe because you're safe with your own feelings and your experiences and what's going on in your life, then he'll naturally feel safe around you. This is like magic, guys. I'm teaching you pure magic, okay? Okay, this is when you are being the real, raw you, okay? And no woman can compete with that. So ignore what every magazine is telling you. This is the real deal, okay? So if you're ready to go from chasing after him for his time, love, and effort and attracting it naturally, then that's the kind of thing that I'm teaching below on the wait list. So all you got to do is get on the wait list and I'm only going to have 10 spots. You can get the kind of deep connection and devotion that you long for from your guy. The more you let him do for you, the more he invests. The more he invests, the more he falls for you. You no longer need to prove, to fix, to chase love. You naturally become a woman who attracts it. You deserve the closeness, the connection, and a kind of relationship that feels safe, deeply fulfilling, okay? And his devotion, heart, mind, body, and soul. That just gives me chills. Woo!